Sexy time with me, Big Sexy, brought to you by KFR Sportscast. Today I'm going to be breaking down week 3 of the Giants NFL season, so let's get right into it. The Giants went into Cleveland and played the Cleveland Browns, winning that game. Yes, you heard me right. The New York Football Giants actually won a football game. They won 21-15. All in all, I was really impressed with this game, at least with the first half of this game. That's when the Giants scored their 21 points. The game started off not ideal due to the first play of the game. It was kicked off to the Giants. Eric Gray returned it and fumbled on the return. And then the very next play, Deshaun Watson hits Amari Cooper for a touchdown, the very first play from scrimmage. Definitely not an ideal start, but then the Giants proceed to score 21 straight points before halftime. And that guy, number one right there that you see on your screen for the New York Giants, was a huge reason why. He had, I think it was like 8 catches for 78 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was just all over the place that first half. The Browns defense didn't really know what to do with him. I guess what Brian Daboll saw in the coverage, one side of the ball where Denzel Ward, the cornerback for the Browns, was guarding Neighbors. He felt like Neighbors had a little bit better of matchup with that other corner that they had. I forget the guy's first name, forgive me, but his last name I think was Emerson. It was something Emerson Jr., but yeah, that guy could not guard Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors was just diming him left and right the entire first half. New York Giants actually played some competent defense, as you've seen in my last episode, me breaking down the film from week 2. Sorry, I can't do that with you this week because I just don't have the proper equipment. Maybe one day I'll be able to have that on my own so I can do it whenever I want. I digress. This week, the Giants weren't in a soft shell for most of the game. They actually threw some blitzes in there, really caused a lot of pressure. The Giants had a total of 8 sacks in that game. Definitely very good to see the Giants get some pressure finally, because when you can apply pressure to a quarterback, good things tend to happen. Dexter Lawrence played huge. Brian Burns finally got his first sack. He actually got a strip fumble right before halftime, which was able to allow us to get right into striking distance for Malik Neighbors to catch a second touchdown pass. All in all, and Daniel Jones played a really good game. I think there was a stat. I think he was at one point 17 of 18 for like 170 something yards and 2 touchdowns. It was unbelievable. Browns defense are no slouches. They have a really stout defense over there, and Daniel Jones was nonetheless picking them apart in that first half. So I've been very critical of Daniel Jones on this podcast, but I will definitely give somebody credit where it's due. The offensive line also played really well. They had a pretty solid game plan for containing Myles Garrett. He wasn't really a factor in this game, thank God. All in all, this was a very solid game. Now, in that second half, the Giants didn't put up any points, and the Browns did put up a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Amari Cooper for the Browns was very big in this game. Had like over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was giving Deonte Banks some trouble. Some things to clean up here. We definitely would like to see more production in the second half of a football game, because against any other better team, that not scoring any points in the second half is just not going to cut it. I can't complain. We got to win at this point. I'll take them as they come. I'll take anything we can get at this point. Nothing really too bad for me to break down here, other than I'm excited that my Giants got a win, and they did it a few days before my birthday. Now, I'm actually recording this on my birthday, so Happy birthday to me, yay. Giants go and they're playing in the Meadowlands against Dallas on Thursday night. I think that should be a really interesting game. Both teams are sitting at 1-2, right in the basement of the NFC East. So both teams are hungry to get themselves closer to being at the top of the division. We'll see how that turns out. I think at the beginning of the season, I didn't think that this was a very winnable game for us, but now it's looking like it might not be as much of a gap as I thought. Who knows? They might actually screw around and win that game. I'm not going to get my hopes up, though. It's still the Dallas Cowboys. They've had our number throughout the last, let's say, 10 years. It would be nice to get a win against the Cowboys, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. Now, that is really all I have to say. Feel free to follow all our socials, like and subscribe, comment on this video. Let me know how you think the Giants did this week. Also, share this video with your friends. You guys know some Giants fans that really like watching content about the New York Giants. Big Sexy's your guy right here. Big Sexy's your guy. I hope to see you guys in the future. Big Sexy out.